Hello viewers, I'm Rohit Khurana, your host on Intellect Digest, and I welcome you to this special video interview with our eminent guest today. I'm happy to introduce to you to a spokesperson from Square Enix. Our guest today is Mr. Cibin George, Senior Manager at Square Enix. Ludo Zenith game, which we recently reviewed on our website, is developed by Square Enix and Jet Synthesis jointly. In this video, we will talk about this game, and we will share with you some key information about the plan and projections related to it. Hello, Cibin, and welcome to Intellect Digest. Hope that you're doing well.
Hey, hi Rohit. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be on your show, and I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine. Thank you so much for asking. So, should we just jump right into the interview?
Yeah, let's take the questions.
Okay. So, my first question is related to this game only. What is the inspiration, or what inspired to create this game, Ludo Zenith?
Okay. So to answer this question, I have to go a little back. So probably 2 years back. So that was a time when our director, Mr. Ryoma Matsui, he first came into India, and his role was to identify what works in the Indian market, specifically in the mobile space, and to create a game which is developed in India and exclusively for the Indian market. So he visited a lot of places in India, uh, all the major studios that you can think of, from Hyderabad to Mumbai to Pune. And then one thing stood out, that casual gaming works really well in the Indian market, especially free to play games, and also board games in particular, like Ludo, chess, caroms. All of these games really stood out. So also from a point of view that Square Enix wanted to target the Indian market, the core Indian market. We didn't want to take that niche route. So we thought Ludo is a game that almost all Indians have grown up playing with. At least in some point of time, you, myself, we all had this Ludo board game at our homes, right? So that's where the inspiration came in from. And to add on to that, we didn't want to create a game which is just a Ludo game, because there are hundreds of games on the Play Store. We wanted to give like a Japanese twist into it, so we added a lot of strategy into it. We added some cute characters which you can use inside the Ludo games. So yeah, to answer your questions, that's how the origins of Ludo Zenith came to be.
Cibin, my next question to you would be to request you to elaborate your collaboration with Jet Synthesis. How does it work between Square Enix and Jet Synthesis?
Right. So a collaboration came into being after numerous visits to a lot of gaming studios inside in India. So what we realized is that Jet Synthesis definitely has the manpower. They have the technical skills and knowledge to execute such an ambitious project, which Square Enix had thought of bringing into India. So that's where this entire collaboration came into being. And of course, Jet Synthesis, we have met the team. They are very skilled in terms of, they are very sound in terms of the technical knowledge. They are very creative bunch of guys. So yeah, it's been a excellent collaboration.
My next question is regarding the game itself. So Ludo Zenith seems to be much more feature packed compared to any other Ludo game that I have personally experienced so far. So how did you arrive at the innovations that are present in the game? Please briefly touch upon for our audience, what are the key features that make it stand out from the entire crowd of other Ludo games that are available? So I want to hear it from you, because you guys have developed this game. So
right.
What are the key features that you would like to tell our viewers?
Right. So from day one, we were very clear that we don't want to create something which is very monotonous, which everyone else is doing. But at the same time, we wanted to create something which everyone knows about, so that it's easier to sort of penetrate into the market. Having said that, we decided on multiple USPs that the game should have. Number one is, and I think that's the biggest USP of Ludo Zenith, which is characters. So instead of playing with normal pegs, red, green, blue pegs, we have cute characters like a rabbit, a turtle, a rhino, and there is a fourth character which you can unlock after playing 7 days inside the game. So that's like the gift. So I'll not reveal that character right now, but I would just encourage your viewers to comment below and let us know what the character was. So if you talk about rabbit's ability is that it can run twice the dice roll. So if your dice rolls 4, for example, and if you activate that particular superpower of rabbit will run 8, which is double of 4. So it doesn't happen every single time. You have to earn that energy. So as you play along, there's something called as an energy bar which fills it. Once your energy is filled, you can use your superpower. So that's rabbit's ability. Turtle's ability is that it can shield itself from enemy attacks. So for example, Rohit, you and myself are playing together, and if I know that in the next 2 or 3 moves you're going to attack me from behind. So what I can do is if I'm a turtle, I can activate my shield so that you have no chance of killing me, at least for the next 3 moves. That's turtle for you. Then the other cute character is rhino. So rhino, it's like as the animal is, it's not very silent, but it is full of rage. So the ability of rhino is that it can kill any number of pegs which is in its way. So for example, again, both of us are playing, and if I know that to kill your peg, I need 3 as a dice roll, but I can kill you even if I get a 4 or a 5 or a 6 on a dice roll because you're in my way, right? So that's the rhino's ability for you. Then that's the number one USP. We'll definitely be adding a lot of characters going forward. That's the plan. That's work in progress. The other USP is that it's not a simple dice that we have inside the game. We have a special dice also in addition to the normal dice. So special dice is something that you can get from the store. You can either redeem your coins to get a special dice, or you can buy from the store. So what this special dice does is there are n number of special dice. So a normal dice will only give you rolls from 1 to 6, but a special dice will give you rolls as high as 12. So for example, if you combine it with rabbit's ability, you can move 24 steps inside a Ludo in one roll. So that's like that's what makes it different. So if you can combine a character superpower with the special dice and use some bit of strategy, it makes for an excellent game for the casual audience. So I think these are the 2 main USPs that are there in the game right now. Of course, there are a lot of other USPs which are work in progress, and we plan to update the game, at least once in a month to add more and more features into the game, and keep on improving it more and more.
Right. In fact, I also reviewed the game on our website, and I also experienced the gameplay. I really like how the 3D arena can be, viewed from any angle, and
Yes.
it definitely is quite different from any other Ludo game. That's why I wanted to hear it from you. What are the
that's also one of the USPs. So we have something called as a 3D arena.
Yes.
So normal Ludos, what we have seen is we have always seen a 2D surface. So we have gone a step ahead, and we have put in something called as a 3D arena. You can rotate your view, you can change the camera view, and you can have a 360-degree view of the entire arena that you're playing in. So that's like a very interesting twist or a USP that we can say.
Also, just a follow up to this question, I also am curious about how does that tournament hierarchy work? Because when I logged into the game, I saw that there are multiple levels of tournaments going on, and your level gets increased while you play, keep playing and performing well.
Right.
How does that work, and how does that help to make the game more engaging for people?
So that's why we call this game Zenith. You play and play, you move up the ranks, and you reach that top level, S rank, which is called the Ludo Zenith. So how it works is you unlock a lot of trophies as you play more and more games. You move up the ladder, move up the ranks, and once you reach S rank, that's when you are like crowned as the Ludo Zenith or the national Ludo Zenith champion. So if you look at the player profile, we have a section where there is something called as a city rank. So it's not only national rank, there is city rank. So what's your rank amongst all the players who are playing in Bangalore, for example? What's your rank amongst all the players who are playing in Ahmedabad, for example? So the reason we have built this system from day one into the game is because down the line we want to have a lot of tournaments, esports. I know Ludo is not a skill based game; it's a chance based game. But definitely, we see there is a scope for this game to have like a larger audience, with the esports plugged into it. So definitely, we will have a tournament mode as well. What we see right now is a trailer, but of course, there's a lot in the pipeline, and we'll have a lot of esports and tournaments going on into the mix as well.
I'm looking forward to it. My my next question is related to the industry at large. So, how large do you think is the online gaming market in India, and how do you project this space growing in say next 5 to 10 years? How do you see it growing? What are the growth numbers?
Well, last year we have seen that the gaming market has definitely grown almost 50% year on year in terms of revenues, in terms of downloads. When we speak of India specifically in terms of downloads, we have seen a tremendous amount of growth, and so that's the belief that we have in a country like India. Of course, it's a very tough market because you'll get thousands and lakhs and crores of downloads, but at the end of the day, revenue has to justify itself. But one of the biggest advantage that India has, that it's an emerging market. So if right now we are able to get into this market, capture the market space and grow together, I think there is a lot of scope for the Indian market, not only in terms of downloads, but also in terms of revenue, at least for the next 5 years. So we are very bullish about the Indian market as a whole, and we definitely have great plans to. I cannot reveal all of the plans right now, but we definitely have a lot of interesting stuff in the pipeline.
My next question is about: are you working on any other collaborations which we can expect to launch in India soon? And do you want to share some teaser with our viewers, or you want to give us some hints about what to expect in near future, maybe in next 1 to 2 years time?
Well, I'm itching to share a lot many details because all the details are definitely very interesting. I can tell you one thing for sure, that everything is targeted in the mobile space. We want to target the Indian mobile industry, the gaming industry, and we want to uh, grow the market together. We want to grow in this particular market. I think we are one of the first entrants um, uh, in this particular market when it comes to when you look at all the international players. And when I say that, I say that from a point of view of people who are really invested in exclusively building an Indian community. So what we have done is, we have identified an Indian partner. So it's like a made in India game. It's purely made in India. The vision is from Square Enix, but it's entirely developed in India. It's being marketed in India. So if you see Ludo Zenith right now, it's only available exclusively in India. So we want to sort of build that kind of, we want to understand the Indian market. And of course, to answer your question, there are a lot of games in the pipeline. I cannot reveal them right now, but maybe in a next interview, definitely I can share some release notes with you.
Cibin, my next question to you is: what has been the impact of pandemic on online gaming industry? Do you think that it will leave a lasting impact on online and mobile gaming industry, the way the habits have changed during the pandemic?
Well, the pandemic has definitely been tough for a lot of people. So I don't think it's really right to say that it has really helped the gaming industry, but that is the truth. Because of the pandemic, a lot of people are staying indoors. They have a lot of time, which otherwise people in India spend a lot of time traveling, but right now they have a lot of time after work at home. So because of that, I think the gaming industry has definitely seen a big boom in 2020 and right now also in 2021. So of course, to answer the second part of your question, the behavior of the consumer is definitely changing. So right now, it was very difficult to sort of, earlier before 2020, it was very difficult to reach each and every person because he might be busy. But right now, it's sort of easier to reach that person. Um, if you have a new offering, at least the behavior has changed. People are more open to just check out because they have the time. And I think there is definitely a shift in consumer or user behavior, and this will definitely have a lasting impact, at least for the gaming industry, because games is something that once you get a hang of it, once you love it, then that's something that you want to do every day, at least for 15-20 minutes, just to pass time. Otherwise, you'll spend time on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. But if you love a particular game, then you would love to play that game at least 10 to 15 minutes every single day. So there is definitely a big consumer shift, a behavior shift that we are seeing, and I think that will remain, that will stay for some time.
Thank you so much, Cibin. I would like to thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule to come for this interview. This brings us to the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon to get the latest video updates. And don't forget to check the game Ludo Zenith, the social media outlets, the links to the game, and Square Enix and Jet Synthesis social media handles all are placed in the description section below this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye-bye.
Thank you, Rohit. Thanks, everyone.